Is this working? I certainly hope it is. Alright. Just gonna be doing a casual playthrough of Hollow Knight. I say casual, I'm actually pretty good at the game. I'm gonna be skipping all the cutscenes because my computer cannot handle them very well. Like, at all. So. You see, it even lags like as you're starting the game there. So, yeah. It's been a while since I last recorded, like, a game. It's been, like, 3 years. But, I'm hopefully back. Hopefully. I've been mostly just trying to sort stuff in my life out, but yeah, there's quite a bit of lag. I might need to fix that later. But yeah. I'm not exactly sure like what other games I could play. I just knew that this was a game I was good at and it's one I really like playing, and I thought I could record it. I have managed to beat every single boss in the game without being hit, if you just want an idea of how good I am at this game. In fact, yeah. I'm most likely going to be doing like 100% run of this game, or 112% I think it is the max. Shouldn't be too hard. So, for those of you who have never played this game, probably everybody watching this, this is Hollow Knight, 2D Metroidvania. Well, are all Metroidvanias 2D? I'm not quite sure about that, but whatever. Yeah. I won't be going over like the story of this game, because that's really confusing and there's not really any definitive answers. So, yeah. I know like all of what has been confirmed in the story though, and like quite a few theories along with it, so. And also, if you're planning on playing this game for yourself, you can probably like just watch us find a bunch of hidden stuff. Believe me, as somebody who's played through this game like 5 times now, I know my stuff when it comes to secrets in this game. I know, if you want to be nice, make sure you talk to Elderbug before you go down. This charm I'm equipping, basically when I'm on 1 health, I deal double damage. There's like a ton of charms in this game. You can only have a certain amount equipped at a time, and each one takes up a certain amount of basically like storage in your equipment. Like when you have them equipped. It mostly depends on how good they are, but there's a few that are practically worthless in my opinion. That take up they take up the most amount of storage in the game. Alright, it's time to prove how good I am at this game by going for a mid-game boss right at the beginning of the game. So basically, you see how... Sorry, I moved my finger, sorry. Alright, you saw how I can bounce off these spikes. Like, probably earlier if you were paying attention, when I got that charm. Yeah, you can do that here too. You're supposed to come back here with a different ability, but you can just bounce off the spikes and come here early. And this leads to a boss that you're not supposed to fight yet. I'm not really making myself look like a professional with some of this platforming, but I promise I am. But would I call myself a professional though? I'm more just like a veteran. There was Geo up there. I have gotten all the achievements in the PC version of this game. The PC version is way harder to 100%. Because it requires beating the game in under 5 hours for one of the achievements, which I have done. It used to be 3. It used to be 3 hours. And believe it or not, I would have gotten that achievement as well on my save file where I sped around this game. I got 2 hours 59 minutes as my final time. So I would have gotten that 3-hour achievement if it was still in the game. And here's the boss. I'm probably going to be quiet. Now, I may be making this boss look quite easy, but believe me, that's just because I have a lot of experience. I hit the gate. That's a shame, I was hoping I was going to be able to beat it no hit. Well, I've taken 2 hits now. Oh, by the way, can't wait for the sequel to this game. For those of you that don't know, this game's getting a sequel. Sometime. Known about it for is that a year or 2 years now? Still haven't got a release date for it. They've showed a ton of gameplay though. And by a ton I mean 2 areas. There we go, that's a boss. And I just got a Mesh Shard. You get 4 of those, it increases your health by 1. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it definitely saves you a lot in the future. And here's our first NPC besides Elderbug. You can buy maps from him. I don't actually need these, believe it or not. I can navigate the map just fine. I'm pretty sure you need them for 100% though. I just saw something pop in for a second that wasn't supposed to. There's something that gets marked on the map later, but for some reason its mark was just there now all of a sudden, and it just popped out. You probably didn't see it because you don't know what you're looking for. For a split second there was a black marker near the top of the map, and that's not supposed to appear until midway through the game. I'm going to be trying to fight every single boss as early as possible, because honestly, if you get to a point where I am, in terms of skill at this game, quite a lot of the bosses aren't all that difficult unless if you purposefully make it so you're not as upgraded as you could be. Even some of the endgame bosses, there's one boss that It definitely took me over like 50 attempts to beat one time. Like at near the beginning. Like my first ever run of this game. But now I can beat it first try, like relatively. What's the word? Consistently, that's it. I can beat it first try relatively consistently on all my subsequent runs. Wow, I've only been going 10 minutes and I'm already nearing it, like... Yeah. My brother, a lot of you may have known him as my sister, he's actually transgender. Yeah. He's played this game quite a bit. But, like... He has a problem with, like, remembering stuff in these games, like... I have to remind him where, like, most of the stuff is, like, the bosses. Oh, by the way, can I just say, when people say bosses in this, like, some bosses in this game are actually bad, I honestly don't see what they mean. Like, some people say some of the bosses in this game are bad because they're too hard or bad because they're too easy. In my opinion, every single boss in the game has, like, their difficulty is, like, perfectly balanced for the point where you should fight them. Alright, and here's where you tactically die. Now you may be wondering why I did that. The answer to that is because, well, I did that because now I can get a collectible that you're supposed to get way later in the game, like a lot earlier. A pro tip, don't do that in Steel Soul mode. I may have done that once in Steel Soul mode, forgetting it was Steel Soul. For those of you that are new to this game, you're probably wondering what I mean by Steel Soul. Basically, when you beat the game for the first time, you unlock a mode where if you die, you have to restart the entire game. Like, complete restart. First try, nice. Oh, come on, you. There you go. That was a shade I just killed. That drops when you die. You can only hold 2/3 of the soul, which is what you use to heal if you died. And you also lose all your geo, but if you kill the shade, you get those back. Like, you get your geo and your soul back. Alright, there we go, that's the second max shard. You're supposed to like get an ability that allows you to wall jump before you get up there. But if you just use these strats, I'm just gonna start talking about how good I am at the game. I just got hit by a Vengefly. Also, you may be wondering why I'm killing everything I'm seeing. And if you're not, and you think I'm just doing it for the money, you're partially right. Instead, I'm doing 100% run of this game. You need to kill a lot of things to get 100% run of this game. And I'm pretty sure you need to kill like 20 of like the weak enemies. And there's one specific weak enemy that you need to kill like 25 of. And that one's annoying. It's not difficult, it's just annoying. I always take a hit there. That's fine. And now I jump back and get this GLC, I have to do a whole thing again. I'm thinking... After I've completed this game normally, I could do like a randomizer run. I think I just do like regular item randomizer to begin with though. I have like mods for this game, and if you're a fan of this game, you've probably seen other people play them. Yeah. One of them is like item randomizer, where like literally every single item that you can pick up in the game is swapped positions with another item. So you can get like endgame abilities as like your first item. You can get them in place of like the first charm. And like the item randomizer includes stuff sold in the shops as well. I don't think I've ever actually completed an item randomizer. I always get like bored midway through one of them. Or like the few times where I actually do feel like I can complete one of them, I'm missing one of the items you need to get an ending. Oh yeah, there's multiple endings in this game. There's 5, I believe. If I'm remembering correctly, which I'm pretty sure I am. Oh, by the way, here's the first boss that you're supposed to fight. Relatively easy, as you can see. There you go. It's dead. I really shouldn't be saying that you're supposed to fight them in this order, because the creators of the game, Team Cherry, like specifically said they designed this game so that you could, like, they intentionally made it so you could, like, break the order of which you normally do stuff. And here's our first shopkeeper. Well, actually second. I've already unlocked the first. This is Sly. And he's going to be up in Dirtmouth now. The town we were in with Elderbug. For those of you who haven't played this game, you're probably going to be surprised when you see how big the full map is. And the full map doesn't even cover every single area in the game. There's like other areas that are like, they could have had their own maps, but they didn't. For like obvious continuity reasons. Like, if this place doesn't really exist, then how come there's a map of it? That kind of stuff, but... yeah, minor spoiler, but... that's the thing, if you didn't want spoilers for this game, you should have just got it yourself. It's not even all that expensive. And it's on, like, every major console, I believe. I know it's on the Switch and PS4. And obviously I'm playing it on the computer right now, so it's on Steam. Alright, I think I'm gonna call this episode after I get this scrub. When you see me next, I'll be up in your mouth. See ya.